Let's talk about immigration. Before his Tuesday speech to a joint session of Congress, President Trump met with news anchors at the White House. I was there. He said he would support, theoretically, a compromise immigration bill, and a senior administration official went on to say that President Trump would even support legal status for undocumented immigrants who have not committed other serious crimes while being in the United States. President Trump, he didn't bring this up during his address to Congress. His staff told CNN the next day that the whole thing about a compromise immigration bill was a, quote, misdirection play. As someone who worked hard on this issue, what do you make about all of this?
Well, I don't think it's a misdirection play. I think the president realizes that we have an immigration problem in America and that we need to fix it. But I also think the president realizes, and it's been my advice to him and anyone who will listen, that the best way to do this is in a series of measures and that we should take our time and do this thing right.
But Senator, the White House told CNN that it was a misdirection play. The White House basically said, hey, when President Trump said that to you guys, he was just throwing a lot of smoke there so that you guys would give him some good press for a few hours, and then he gave red meat to his base in the actual speech. That's from the White House.
Well, again, I don't know what the White House may have told you or not told you. I can tell you that my sense is that there is a desire and an interest to fix this, but it's going to be done the right way and in the right sequence and in the right order.
During the campaign, then candidate Trump was asked if he would split up families as part of his deportation policy. He said, quote, we have to keep the families together, unquote. But CNN confirmed on Friday that the Department of Homeland Security is considering a proposal that would separate children from adults when they're trying to enter the country illegally at the southern border. The Trump administration says that these children are being used as pawns. Is this new proposal from DHS, if it actually comes to fruition, would you support it?
Well, first of all, I don't know if this is a new proposal or if this is some document internally that someone dreamt up and as a suggestion, but no one's ever going to actually do it. We heard reports a couple weeks ago that they were going to use the National Guard to round people up, and of course that turned out not to be true. Suffice it to say that there is no doubt that in many parts of Central America and in the Western Hemisphere, there are people sending their children or even oftentimes arriving with children because they know that if they do, they'll be treated differently than people that arrive without children. I am deeply concerned about that, and one of the best things we can do is to help countries, for example, like Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, to improve conditions so people don't have to leave those countries. And that's why I support the Alliance for Prosperity. But I don't even know if this is a real proposal. I have to learn more about it to understand exactly what they're talking about doing. And in general, just the way you mentioned it to me now, I think it could be problematic to implement, and that would be my advice to them. But I'm just not going to comment on something. I don't know if it's a real proposal or just some idea someone was floating around, but no one is taken seriously. We just don't know, and until we do, it would be premature to opine on it.